do ever forget stuff? As entrepreneurs and founders, sometimes we have a lot on our mind that we tend to forget, whether it's revenue opportunities, ideas that we've had about products we want to make, or services. But I don't know if you're like me, sometimes the idea comes in and it goes straight out. And that was the problem that I was facing. You've probably seen some videos online like this one, and this one, all about how to build your own second brain using Notion and other tools. But the thing that these systems don't do is incorporate AI. So I thought to myself, how can we use Chat GPT to not only improve the system, but make our lives easier and more automated? And most of the concepts that I talk about in this video come from a great book by Diego Forte. So if you haven't read it yet, there's a link in the description to get a copy. With that being said, I think it's about time I show you the system. So let's head back. So the system is pretty simple. I have Todoist on my phone and my iPad, and as soon as an idea comes into my head, I drop it down as a task. Once that task goes in, Zapier takes that task and puts it into my second brain document, and the task gets wiped from my Todoist. I would use Coda Forms here to simplify everything, but it's not great. It's not great. You can see here that the thing I wrote on my iPad has now come into my processing tray. First of all, I'm feeding Chat GPT the tags that I have in my system. So it reads through the content that I put in there and suggests the tags that I should tag the note with. After that, I asked Chat GPT to give me a suggestion. So what's something that it could add to the note that I've made that would maybe improve or fix the idea up? It's quite interesting, some of the ideas that it brings up. So I can see here there's suggested to offer a discount or promotion for repeat clients. That's a really cool idea and maybe something I wouldn't have thought of. So I'm just going to go along, and you can see here that there's a couple of options. First of all, I can tag it, and I think some of the stuff that it's come up with is actually really good. It knows that Systems Hit is my new business, and it knows that this is potentially something to do with that. So what I'm going to do is tag it with Systems Hit, and then clients. It's a revenue idea and opportunity, so I'm going to tag it with that as well. And it is a communication thing, as GPT has suggested. I could also link it to other notes if I want to, but in this case I won't, and I'm just going to click Add to Library. Then when I'm going through in the evening or day and I want to look up revenue opportunities to increase my business's revenue, I just go into my overview and I look for revenue opportunities. So we'll go to the revenue idea, revenue opportunity tags. Maybe let's just go into one of the notes that I have. I have a client here that I'm doing a wholesale dashboard for, or at least I had the idea to do a wholesale dashboard for them. Now, again, I'm using GPT here to give me a 3-word summary. So I'm going through all of those notes. I can see very quickly what is this note about in a quick 3-word summary or more. Then I asked ChatGPT to summarize the note. So especially if you've got a very, very long note and you don't want to have to go through and sift out all of the key ideas or get the general basis of it, the quick summary feature allows you to just quickly see what was the note about and is there anything to add to it as well. I can then go through, read the note, add to it, or do anything that I want to. There's a couple of other features that I quite like. For example, I can link notes to other notes, meaning I can start building connections of ideas and where things are going. I can then start linking notes together, and that's how we form the basis of our ideas, by linking different ideas together to build this one North Star idea that generally moves the business forward or your personal career and life forward as well. It's so handy that I'm now actually starting to put my project diaries from the end of the day in here as well. It's an extension of systems that I've shown you before, but the next step, I think, in terms of my own personal knowledge management and productivity. So you're probably thinking, this is all great, Harry, but how do I actually make money with this system? And I would just say that anytime an idea comes into your head, put it into your second brain. Every time you think of a revenue opportunity, an idea, something that's going to take your business up, rather than just keeping it in your head or writing on a bit of paper that gets lost or stays on your desk, put the idea down, think about it, and when you come to process all of this, when you come to actually sit down and do some idea making, look at all the individual revenue opportunities and ideas you had and see, are there ways to piece these ideas together that can help create a way for you to grow your business or your career and finally take charge of your brain and the amount of knowledge that you're taking in? So if you want to get a template of this, you can download it in the description. And I would say that personal knowledge management is a great step forward in productivity. but it's just the icing on the cake. And if you want to learn more about how to use Coda, automation systems, and processes, I would watch this video next.